So, I guess we can call this a continuation of the past, you know, with the whole, what is his name, Chud, Mike Tyson, right? And this is like, I guess you can consider this Taoism. That's what this is. This goes into this dream I had, I want to say a few nights ago. Okay. Now, when you look at the yin yang symbol, okay, my beginning was the black yin yang, okay, and I crossed over to the white yin yang, okay. I'm gonna explain how. So, as a child, I grew up in Chicago, okay. It wasn't really anybody's fault that we were poor. You understand? Chicago was like New York City. Everything was just overpriced. And the fact that my mother had to do that with 4 boys, I mean, you just understand my situation as a 6-year-old in Chicago, Illinois. Okay. Now, I used to go to the gas station and pump gas as a child. Okay. Now, let's go back to the dark yin yang. It has the white dot in the middle. Okay. Because that white dot was just basically me thinking of ideas with good intentions, which crossed over to me being a child rolling around in dirt to make myself look dirtier, so I gained more sympathy from people I was pumping gas from. Okay. Yeah, I get hit when I got home, but I still came home with $50 a day as a child. Okay. Now, another thing I learned about the white dot inside of the black yin yang. This is something the voice is telling me. Okay. And I learned this later on in video games like Lufia 2, Final Fantasy. Anytime you get into a situation where the king, like, listen, thank you for saving my daughter. I can either give you $5,000 or nothing. You're always supposed to say nothing. Because it's the power of nothing. The power of nothingness. You understand? I can go in deep if you want to, but let's continue the story. Okay, because every time you tell the king nothing, he gives you more. That's just everyone. You understand? That's everybody. Okay. So, somebody pull up to the gas station and be like, how much money you want to pump my gas? I said, and the voice told me this in my head as a kid that I can remember. I remember this like I was. The voice like, say, ask for 5 cents. I'm sorry, it's so funny. Because I realized, dude lost his mind like 5 cents. You know what I said? It's so funny to me now, because I've been loud. So it's always, I come home, Really gave me a hug and a kiss. My mother, very affectionate, very physical, She just gave me a kiss one time. Just felt nothing but change in my pocket. Like, what the fuck is this? Motherfucker, what the fuck you been doing all day, you crazy bastard? In Chicago, niggas, you nuts. When I was a kid, it was wild. I realized this voice protected me. It loves me. So I was able to walk wherever I wanted. Kinda. Aside from that one time being shot. But anyway. Don't worry about that. Right? So, what happened, right? I'm inside this black yin yang. I'm reading books. I'm reading books. got some other ones around somewhere, but that's just I got my favorite one. My favorite one. Okay, that's enough. What happened is my soul crossed over to the light side. And that dark spot is basically the knowledge that I absorbed, because what the fuck do you think this is? You understand? This goes back to the book of Thomas, book of Enoch, the Bible, the Quran. You can't fill your mind, the Bible, Quran, and Torah, and not expect your mind to go dark. Because what's going to happen is when you try to talk to people, nothing. You're immediately the villain. Immediately the villain. And that's exactly that dark inside the light is basically the rabbit hole. They tell you stay away from the rabbit hole, but what you don't understand is you're already halfway in. I mean, and you know, this goes back to like, you know, if you see like Mike Tyson, if you will, you know, he is in between. You know, you hear him. He is a gentle person with an extreme amount of force. And that's both. You understand? And the voice told me is like there's a third path, which is I think the path he's on right now, which is you have the ability to stand back, look at the yin yang symbol, and be able to teach people both sides. You understand? Because one thing about the rabbit hole, right, is it looked terrifying. It's supposed to look terrifying. Okay. But it's some of us that are in the rabbit hole that we saw things that we can prepare the others behind us for. We've already absorbed the knowledge. Okay. And yeah, you see like Dr. Ramani, peace be upon her. She is she a modern day prophet for the simple fact that she got crucified over and over again to where she was able to, you know, look back at both yin yang symbols and help people release themselves from the shackles. You understand? There's a lot of people like that in this world that literally they went through pain. You understand? And that's what that darkness is inside the white yin yang symbol. It's the pain we carry. You understand? For crossing into the light. For becoming enlightened. You understand? And I see it now. I don't know what it is. If you want to call it nirvana, that's beautiful. But it is beautiful. It's like it's like the world is a beautiful flower to me now. I can see it. And you know, like leaves on a vine. That's what we are. That's my favorite song. Leaves on a vine.